Ibrox Stadium, Glasgow, where we're just minutes away from Rangers' first and most important match of the season. Victory over the Cypriots after these two legs will set them on the road to that all-important place in the Champions League, and an £8 million windfall. Good evening and welcome to a fantastic start to the new campaign. Coming up, we've got the whole match live. With me in the studio, two men who know all about the big occasion at Ibrox. Ex-Rangers stars Gary Stevens and Maurice Johnston. Gary, first of all, it all went horribly wrong last time around at this stage in the year when they went out to Athens. Surely not again.
I can't see it, no. I think the general opinion last year is the squad did too much travelling around, and come, obviously, the important game against Athens, we just weren't prepared. But by all accounts, last weekend they played ever so well. And if they can do that again, you've got to fancy them for a good win tonight.
Do you fancy them for a good win tonight, Mo?
Yeah, you've got to. I think they'll go quite far in the tournament. If they get through this, obviously they're up against another three good teams, so it should be quite interesting.
Now, I know you know Gascoigne well. It is a very big night for him, isn't it?
I think he'll sail through it. He's a quality player, and to be honest with you, I think that's what Scottish football needs.
You'd go along with that, I think, Gary?
Yes, certainly. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that he doesn't get too wound up. As we've seen in the past, he gets very emotionally involved in the games. Hopefully he can compose himself today and stamp his authority on the game, because there's no doubt about it, he's a world-class player.
Is there a doubt at all about his temperament?
Well, I think there must be. I think it's not his first game at Ibrox in front of a big crowd, but he'll be treating this with, you know, it's very important for the club, it's very important for him, it's very important for the fans that they do well tonight, and hopefully his football will do the talking for him. You
speak to the players, Maurice. What are they saying?
I actually spoke to Coyce a couple of days ago. He's looking really forward to the game. I don't know if he's playing at the present moment, but to be honest with you, who they're playing at tonight, I think that they'll sail through. It should be an interesting game.
You keep saying that, but they do have three Bulgarians and a Yugoslav who's now a naturalised Cypriot. I mean, you know, they can play, I would have thought, Mo.
Well, with the money that they've spent this season, if they don't go through, well, who knows what David Murray will do.
How good are Rangers compared to the time that you guys played for them? Well,
to be honest, it's astonishing what they've done. The buys they've made, it's quite frightening really, looking from down south upwards. But as you say, I think the one thing they've got to be aware of is that there's no bad teams in the European Cup. I mean, they're the champions of Cyprus. They've got to go about it the right way, and surely...
You're confident they will?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really need to be said that they've got to keep a clean sheet.
Okay.
But I'm sure they'll score 3 or 4 goals.
All right, so kick-off at Ibrox coming up after this break, when we'll also get the pre-match view of the man who started the Rangers revolution nearly a decade ago. Graham Souness breaks his silence in a couple of minutes.
Link Skin System Aftershave puts back the moisture. Life takes out.
There's never a good time to pay a service bill. But how does 1999 sound? The Hyundai Elantra with free servicing and unlimited mileage warranty for 3 years.
With BT's local daytime calls at only 4p a minute...
Are you sorted for Gatto?
You've time to talk up a little extra business.
A glass of the unusual, sir?
What is it?
The metamorphosis of lager, sir. Enigma draft lager from Guinness. It began as a spark of inspiration in the mind of a genius.
Very smooth.
I have to go now. My giraffe is on fire.
It's now 31! 40 top chart hits, now 31. That's what I call music.
Pantene Hair Health Update.
Sun, sea and surf, all the right ingredients for a great summer, all the wrong ingredients for healthy looking hair.
This time of year, I'm often asked how to protect hair from damage. Well, I recommend Pantene Pro B+.
Its pro-vitamin B5 nourishes the roots and penetrates the whole of your hair to the very tip,
leaving it so healthy looking it shines all summer long.
Pantene Pro B+, daily treatment for healthy looking hair.
Yes, the European match live here tonight. In a moment, we'll join Jerry McNee and Jimmy Nicol at Ibrox. But first, I've been to Istanbul to get the thoughts of former Rangers boss, now manager of Galatasaray, Graham Souness. What does he think of tonight's opposition? Anorthosis.
Who?
Cypriot team.
Who? Yeah, I think they've had a result there because they could have pulled a harder one, but they'll beat them and they'll get them there and they'll generate a lot of cash and they'll have full houses and they'll get lots of money from television, which will enable them to go and become even stronger at the end of this coming season, because there's so much money generated by that Champions League that if you invest that kind of money wisely, that's why I say for the foreseeable future they're going to dominate Scottish football.
Mo, I think you go with that, don't you?
Yeah, it's important for Glasgow Rangers to go through, but it's more importantly, I think, for the Scottish football.
Yeah, as he says, Gary, there is so much money generated in this Champions League, it's almost unthinkable that they won't make it this time.
Well, when they suffered last year through it, and as I say, they do have to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, big pressure then on the players to do it.
It is, but I'm sure they'll come up with the goods.
Okay, you're both confident that they're going to see this mob off tonight. All right. Right, well, now to Ibrox to savour the atmosphere with former Rangers and Manchester United star Jimmy Nicol and our commentator tonight, Jerry McNee. This is going to be a big night of football.
Stadium's new capacity of just under 48,000 has been fully tested tonight, and by January will have been further increased to 51,000, which will allow it to host a European Cup final. However, tonight is about what Rangers can achieve on the field. The club's reputation is on the line after a high-spending summer, and the players must make up for the great disappointments of the past two seasons. Failure is unthinkable. Let's have a look at the Rangers lineup. And Walter Smith has decided to bring in Ian Ferguson. There was a lot of speculation about Charlie Miller, but speaking to the Rangers manager before the match, he says he wants the dig of Ferguson. They've really got to get in about this Cypriot team tonight. And Anorthosis now, and as you heard Jim White say earlier, the three Bulgarians will have to be carefully watched. Kyriakov, Todorov and Ignatov. And Gogits of Yugoslavia, now a Cypriot citizen, a man who scored 50 goals in the past couple of seasons, and another player Rangers will have to watch closely. And the referee is Eric Blaro from Belgium, 36 years of age, who's handled Champions League fixtures and also UEFA Cup ties, so he does have a fair measure of experience. 11 years he's been in the top list in Belgium. And there's a man that many have come to see, Paul Gascoigne. And Gascoigne, of course, making his European debut tonight. £4.2 million he cost, and he wants to make a huge impression in this, his competitive debut. But Gogits there, and Ignatov kicking off. And Rangers will want to get possession as quickly as possible and apply pressure, but this team are very quick and dangerous middle to front. There might be some defensive frailties which can be exploited, but they certainly carry a threat up front. And of course they saw what Athens achieved here just a year ago, so Rangers will want to settle down. And here's an early touch for Brian Reid. He takes a return from Robertson. Robertson again. Rangers playing in one of the change strips tonight. That's Hafley going for that one. It's Shuris, a very talented player. That's Kyriakov, who will dictate a lot from midfield. It's well cut out though by Gascoigne, played by Goff, across to Stephen Wright, making his European debut for Rangers. Of course, he has European experience from his Aberdeen days. It's aimed at Hateley, nicely laid off. Now it's Ian Ferguson, who's drifted to the right-hand side. Rangers have to settle for the throw-in. So tremendous noise being generated by this crowd of around 47,000. So Wright with a throw-in to Gascoigne. Just bouncing away from him, but still Rangers have it. And Hateley tumbles, and that's an illegal challenge, states the referee. It was Castanis and Stavru, the two markers moving in there, and Hateley tumbled to the ground. So an early chance here for Rangers to do something. They could take a lot of pressure from themselves. Gascoigne is hovering over the ball. Ian Ferguson, who can strike them, is there as well. So the referee just sorting out the defensive wall. Nicole has taken up a position there. The referee's happy now. It's Gascoigne! And Panayotou pushing the ball to safety. Well, good effort from Gascoigne, but now it's Goff. And the long one through looking for Robertson as well forward. That's away by Panayi. So Gascoigne sending that one in, and the goalkeeper clawing it away. So Shoddy's playing it through. This is the sweeper, Panayi. Bogic lays it off. Gascoigne's in there though, just ahead of Ignatov. Now it's Reid. What a big night for him. Transfer listed over a year ago, signing month-to-month contracts and finding himself now in a tie of this importance. This is a Shodis. Looking for Bogic, who tends to drift wide and pull defenders with him. It's headed away by Goff, not very convincingly. And it's charged down by Ferguson as Shodis tried the effort. Now it's Ferguson. Again, not convincing play by Rangers. And that's a free kick against them. Well, they had a couple of chances there to get the ball clear and failed to do so. And now they have to face the free kick. And they got him darting about on his line. And it's McLaren who emerges with the ball. It was Todorov who took the free kick. And this is Gascoigne. Now it's Laudrup gliding past his marker. Good play by Laudrup. And that draws applause from the home fans. Laid off by Laudrup. This is Stephen Wright trying to get forward, but Anorthosis get it away only as far as McLaren. This is Reid, who's well forward. And now he gets it away, only as far as Reid again. Gascoigne. He's got a lot to do here. Oh, brilliant turn by him, and he gets the free kick. Well, alongside me is Jimmy Nicholl. Jimmy, your thoughts so far?
Great skill from Paul Gascoigne, and then it's following up his free kick, which is a great effort as well. I'm just looking at the back there. Times Rangers got 3 against 1. Sometimes it's a waste, but you still get to have your wits about you at the back as well.
Are you surprised by the Rangers lineup tonight?
No, not really. Obviously, Walter, they've used their system pre-season, they're comfortable with it, the players are comfortable with it, and he must think they've still got enough attacking force, even with only 2 up front with opposing problems. But just a wee bit of security as well at the back for him.
So this is Kyriakov playing it through. And the throw out from Gorham to bring Stephen Wright into the match. This is McCall. Gascoigne. Back to McLaren. Well, McLaren, another player making his European debut in a Rangers jersey, but had some experience at this level at Hearts, but that's given away to Laudrup. It's Hitley! Well, slack play defensively allowed Laudrup to pounce, and Hitley certainly wasn't far away.
I'm just going to say earlier on, the big number 4 is Mark Hitley. He's a big fella, but he looks very clumsy in his feet and not very mobile. And I think Mark will lose a big fella to a good pace as well. And he'll lose on many occasions tonight, as he did there.
Panayotou decides to play it short. This is Punas. Not a good ball cut out by Goff, but promptly given away to Kyriakov. This is Punas. Stavu leaving it now to Kyriakov, who's dictating play. Fodorov. A slick one by him though. And it's away by Ferguson. Kyriakov again. Working hard, but that's out of play for the throw. To Rangers. Well, this man, of course, played for Bulgaria in the World Cup in America last year. Very experienced man. So Gascoigne sporting it. Another haircut. Nice skills by him. Through for Laudrup, who's going through the middle. And the free kick immediately awarded. Well, if Rangers can keep applying this kind of pressure and getting the free kicks, they can certainly do some damage. So just about the same distance out as Gascoigne's effort. Panayotou organises the wall. And again, Gascoigne is hovering. Ian Ferguson is there. And David Robertson just behind him. Again, McCall takes up station just at the end of the wall. Laudrup's there now as well. He tries his luck this time, but no problem at all for Panayotou.
Not a bad effort, I mean, really. As the night goes on, they get more free kicks, and certainly the quality of free kicks on through, but the big Hitley and Laudrup were too quick for them defenders at the back line.
Well, certainly Rangers had this team watched on half a dozen occasions, pre-season in Germany. They tried to tell Rangers they wouldn't have any pre-season matches, but there's another free kick, and the referee has had enough. He's going to take some action here, and Rangers applying a lot of pressure, and that was Panayi pulling a jersey. And the referee decides to take some action, and there's definitely a question mark over the temperament of this team. So can Rangers get the opening here? Brian Reid has moved well forward into the area. Richard Goff's up there as well to add his height. That's cleared only as far as right, but Rangers really do have to do a bit more with their set pieces. Stephen Wright, who cost 1.5 million from Aberdeen. Just 23 years of age, yet he spent 8 years at Pittodrie.
I hope this isn't going to be a frustrating night for Rangers with all their attacks in the last third. They're just going to get broken down with free kicks all the time. If it does work out like that, they're going to have to improve in the free kicks at the minute.
And Corbett, bare at the back here. It's Gogits going through. And Rangers and the supporters breathe a sigh of relief. And they'll have to be extremely careful with this man. So just a warning to the home side to be in their toes. That's laid off by Gascoigne. This is Reid. Well, trying to switch the play, but Stephen Wright had moved well forward, and McLaren was caught in two minds. So Rangers still trying to settle. The forced 3 free kicks just outside the box so far, but defensively showing one or two nerves will have to settle.
It's amazing when you get three centre-halves playing, there's only one, and they still end up 1 against 1. It's a case of whenever your forwards and midfield lads are on the ball, you've got to have your wits about you. The lads have all they got to do is concentrate the back, because that's how quickly it happens.
Reid goes in hard. Still in office has come forward, and the referee allows that to go ahead. Well, Rangers living just a little bit dangerously at the moment. And Gogits, we were warned about him before the game. 50 goals in 2 seasons, and already he's caused Rangers some discomfort. This is Robertson now looking for Haitley. Robertson again. This is Punas. Gascoigne makes the challenge. Goff's up there. And it's a free kick against the Rangers captain. He sat laid his arm around the neck of Gogits. So Rangers regrouping, and the free kick to Anorthosis. Well, we've shown already that we will carry some threat, and Rangers certainly don't want to lose any goals here tonight. Make the trip so much more difficult in a couple of weeks' time in a very small and tight stadium. This is Ashuris. Well, it's Stuart McCall. Crowd wanted him to get that forward more quickly. This is Stephen Wright, who's got a bit of work to do. Showing great pace up. Still it's Wright. And a good challenge going in there. Again, it's the sweeper, George Panayi. Although he's been yellow carded, he'll have to be extremely careful. This is Ferguson looking for the head of Haitley. Well, Haitley couldn't get anything on that one. Wright's head up. Take clears. Off again under pressure from Gascoigne. We'll see some sparks fly between these two before the night's out. This is Punas. It's Todorov. It's McCall who steps in, plays it to Gascoigne. Laudrup. Robertson goes in a great run down the left-hand side, using his tremendous pace, well picked out by Laudrup. And again, the sweeper does his job, comes across, slides in. Play that by Laudrup. Spotted Robertson right away. This is Laudrup again. And Laudrup again with a free roll, showing marvellous skills. It's completely missed by Ferguson, though. Rangers have got to capitalise, have also got to guard against the break. And across comes Reid and just gets the foot in time. And again, Anorthosis is breaking. And Rangers players looking around at one another. They'll have to keep things calm, and they'll have to cash in, and good runs like that by Laudrup. So still no scoring here at Ibrox Stadium. Andy Gorham takes charge of that situation. This is Robertson. Haitley. And it's Rangers' ball. So 15 minutes gone. Rangers have forced a few free kicks, but nothing to show for it so far. And a couple of uneasy moments in defence. Walter Smith has been warning all week, but there's a job of work to be done here tonight. So if no one believed it, they know it now. And Rangers will have to step up a gear. And again, the passing is slack. It's given away to Kiryakov. This is Ignatov, Todorov, Gogits. Again, they're moving forward with confidence. Just shades of the match against AEK Athens at times. Rangers dithering defence, and a team coming at them that showing some decent close control. Kiryakov trying to get forward, but that one just runs away and behind for the goal kick.
Well, at this minute in time, you're just looking at it's all very patient build-up stuff, and Elijah trying to get on the ball with that. But it's only whenever Stephen Wright or David Robson threatening down the wings that the place comes alive. You know, it's a thin line between having patience and trying to wear them down, but also at the same time being a wee bit more direct. You know, and a bit of again at the back they're going to have to watch themselves. These lads don't look much at all. I like we carry out from the middle part. We sure McCall look like very busy, and he's instrumental in a lot of things to do.
That's McLaren playing it to Reid. Now it's Robertson. So Anorthosis will take a lot of heart from the opening they've made. Of that there's no doubt. It's Laudrup now who's popped up on the right hand side. And he's got the throw in. As Jimmy said earlier, Mark Catley looks to have the beating of the central markers in the air. And if they can swing in some quality crosses to him, it might just make all the difference. Kiryakov now back deep in his own half inside the penalty area, getting away the initial header. I think what's happened after what's happened to Rangers in the last few years in these opening rounds, there is bound to be a nervousness, and a goal could make all the difference. But again, there's no real threat there as Gascoigne went in for that one. It was Stephen Wright who whipped in the ball. Hateley and Gascoigne going for that one, and a bit of a misunderstanding, and over the top it goes.
The Cypriots were happy. The atmosphere before the game was excellent, so the Cypriots were happy that it's gone a wee bit quiet for them. And the only way you can get the crowd behind you, and they say the crowd's worth the whole start, the only way you can do it is by plenty of goal-made action. And the Cypriots are holding their own there rightly at the minute.
Header there from McLaren. It's knocked back by Reid. I think it's worth pointing out that Anorthosis were runners-up in the league 3 times in 4 years before winning it last season, so the success is well based, and of course they've brought in the 3 Bulgarian players. So it's an interesting evening ahead, no doubt about that. This is Ferguson. Robertson swings it in, looking for Hateley. Ian Ferguson trying to pick out right. It breaks to McCall. Hateley. McCall still well forward. Calls for Stephen Wright. It did fall upwardly for him, and it goes behind for the goal kick. So in fairness to Stephen Wright, it wasn't the easiest of opportunities.
No, the pitch is great here at Ibrox, but it is definitely firm underneath, and you do get the ball bouncing very high. And that's a skill you've got to just get the knee over the ball and keep it down the best you can. But I've seen it happen with Stephen a couple of times this one.
So still no scoring here at Ibrox as Richard Gough plays the ball none too convincingly. So 20 minutes gone. And Laudrup taken from behind. And the free kick awarded. And the referee will have to take firm action with that type of challenge. Sozos Andrew, the culprit. So it's Laudrup again, Ferguson, Stephen Wright. Ferguson again, trying to pick out Wright. And again, Rangers have to settle for the throw-in. Again, it's slack play. Ferguson shot with that pass as he tried to pick out Stephen Wright, and another attacking opportunity goes a-begging for Rangers. So apart from the few free kicks they forced in the opening minutes, not an awful lot for the huge crowd to be happy about.
Well, it's such as the expectancy of the crowd, and after all the summer signings, they expect you to do things up to 10-15 minutes. And Walter Smith and the players know it's not as easy as that, but such as the demands on the players from the Rangers supporters that they expected, but it's going to be a tough one tonight.
So McLaren digging in for that one. Shuris, Kryakov. So Shuris again. Panay. And they're knocking it about quite comfortably. Still it's Shuris running at the defence. Kryakov gets the touch. And the Cypriots showing a lot of confidence here. Rangers looking extremely ragged. So now midway through the first half, still no scoring. Anorthosis in possession. Shuris again. This is Todorov. And the crowd are unhappy and letting it be known. Well, the hesitancy among the Rangers defenders, quite unbelievable. And that's a free kick. A lunge by McLaren on Kryakov, but slack play again by Rangers, and a lunging challenge there by McLaren. And Rangers will really have to get themselves sorted out. This is shaping as the rerun of a horror movie 12 months ago against AEK Athens. And this team have a lot of height for set pieces. Yatov is a player they often try to pick out. But that one's behind for the goal kick. This is Robertson. Reid. McCall. Laudrup being closely marked. That's Todorov. Kryakov. Gogic starts to run through the middle. Here's Gogic. And what a let-off for Rangers. Well, Archie Knox absolutely furious below us. Gogic was in a lot of space initially on the right-hand side, then he cut in, held off the challenge of Reid and fired in the shot, and that is a real let-off for Rangers.
Well, it's a great opportunity for the Cypriots to go 1-0 up, and again, I mean, what can I say? You turn around and think that, well, for all the period of time that possession was always in front of you there, they got through them. Best chance of the match, it should have been 1 up, simple as that.
Well, Rangers have the corner. I think the worrying thing there as well, Jimmy, was that Gogic had a lot of space. They weren't picking up on the right-hand side, then he moved inside quickly.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you end up with 3 centre-halves and the 3 of them get square. You're supposed to play the sweepers and one of them get through the 3 of them. But well, they'll have to get themselves sorted out the back if they're going to get anything out of this game and be a wee bit more positive up there. But there's still time. I mean, talking about AEK last year and all that, there's only 25 minutes going.
So McLaren's there and the goalkeeper at full stretch. The goalkeeper at full stretch, McLaren, it was who came in and challenged. The ball taking a bounce, and Panayotou taking it comfortably in the end. That's Goff's head up. But I think the longer it stays at 0-0, the more pressure will build on Rangers. And that's a free kick against Laudrup, who's feeling unhappy with the Belgian referee.
See, sometimes when you're 3 against 1 up there, you always think if there's 3 against somebody else is going to pick them up. Only if you know your job and that's my man, but when it's 3 against 1 there, you always think, well, he'll do it, he'll pick them up. And then you end up with all leave it for each other, and nobody does it.
Well, the referee is calling for a stretcher, and Andreu is rolling about. And he's being encouraged to stay down by his colleagues. Well, it was Laudrup who went into the challenge with him. And the player landed perhaps a bit awkwardly.
Well, if he goes off because he's winded, I think the rule is now if the stretcher comes out, you've got to get on it. If you don't get on it, you're booked.
So the Cypriot coach, Coach Vasilev, getting things organised below us. As Andreu is about to be stretchered off.
There's a bit of talking going on as well in the middle of the park where the big hate league up and Stuart McCall. They know things aren't right. And sometimes it just calls for the players to do something about it in the park themselves instead of waiting at half time.
So a real discussion going on there as Sozos Andreu is carried from the field. Substitution made as yet as he goes off to be looked at by the physio. The Rangers tried to go on with the match, but Gascoigne was shot with that, and Kiriakov came flying in, almost punished him. This is Robertson. Rangers have got to get the passing going. Well, would you believe it, Andreu is off the stretcher and ready to come back on. That's why there's so much booing. Meanwhile, that's aimed in at Haitley. He's got no support though. It's away by Panayi. This is Gascoigne. Well, I really don't know how a player can be stretchered off 1 second, ready to come on next. Here's Haitley! Well, that thing was always going over from the moment Haitley struck it. But the home fans are absolutely livid. Let's get a replay of that. They're absolutely livid as Andreu comes back onto the field. Haitley coming in there, but the ball drifting over the top.
Well, sometimes that's not the player's fault. They're too quick to run on their stretchers these days, and they realise if the stretcher comes out, you got to get on it. Turns out to be an embarrassment for the player.
Well, again, Rangers caught in the middle of the park. Stuart McCall on that occasion. This is Laudrup. McCall. Robertson. McCall again. And officers getting just about everyone behind the ball. Making it very difficult. This is Gascoigne. McLaren again. Ian Ferguson. Going to get through looking for Wright. And again, Panayi comes across and does his job. And he's given good cover to the fullbacks. With a few telling interceptions. So McLaren challenging, but the free kick goes against Rangers.
Sweeper's having a good game now. He's realising that the two fullbacks, Robertson and Wright, are very quick, and he's covering them areas very well, so they can't get any crosses in either, the big Mark Caitlin. Certainly done their homework, Cypriot.
Here's Robertson. And that's charged down by Stavro. So 30 minutes gone, still no scoring here at Ibrox Stadium. The Rangers have had a few frights. This is Gascoigne. That's a delightful ball to Robertson. And officers get it cleared up. It's Goff to Reid, back to Goff. It'll be interesting though to see how the Cypriots measure up if Rangers do make the breakthrough, how they can handle it. So Laudrup doing well to keep that one in play. But no one there to take advantage. Well, it's Laudrup twisting and turning, trying to find an opening. Kiriakov's here again, no. He's challenged by Hitley. And the referee warns the Rangers striker for his challenge on Kiriakov. The little midfielder doing well again, back defending. And the referee awards the free kick against Hitley.
He's having an excellent game, the wee man. He's covered a wee bit of grass in the park so far tonight.
This is Gascoigne, Ferguson. Now it's Laudrup. White goes on the outside, he hits the cross, looking for Hitley! And it's straight at the goalkeeper. But again, Laudrup conjures up the opening, gets in the cross, but Hitley's head up, right at the keeper.
That's all it takes tonight. You can have all your formations, doesn't matter. All it takes tonight is get the ball in there, unfortunately. We all love to see guys getting the ball and passing the ball about and lots of lovely moves, but you've got to put this team on a wee bit more pressure. And that's the only way you can do it.
This is Ashodis. Stavro. Stanis. Ashodis. Again, Rangers allowing the Cypriots time on the ball, and if they do too much of that, they'll be punished, because these fellas can certainly use it. And they showed that against German opposition in their pre-season tour, that if they were allowed to play at all, they could string the passes together and put the ball in the net. This is Gogits. And again, Rangers scraping it away. McCall losing out to Kiriakov. This is Stephen Wright stepping in now. Rangers try to counter-attack. With Laudrup with an awful lot to do, and he's well challenged. And here come Rangers again, depending so much on Laudrup. Again, Anorthosis get it away. This is Kiriakov, challenged by Ferguson. Looks more promising. This is Robertson, nicely left by Laudrup. It's Hitley, laying it off to Wright. Should we get to the far side, looking for Gascoigne? Still Rangers have it. The crowd getting right behind them. It's aimed at Hitley. And that's fine for the corner kick.
Great opportunity for Rangers. And Gascoigne done good, the back post climbing the way he did, but unfortunately not enough bodies in the box to get something in this corner. But
again, Rangers moving the big players forward. Breaks out to McCall. It's Gascoigne again. McCall. Cross to right. Laudrup. Ferguson runs ahead of him. Laudrup stumbles, but he does well to retain possession. McCall lucky to get away with that one. Goff still well forward, lays it off for Wright. Well, a fine effort from Stephen Wright. The goalkeeper springing across, but when you see it from behind, a bit further wide of targets, but the new signing coming through and hitting it with plenty of power.
They'll always swerving away, but at least it's generating a bit of atmosphere now in the ground. That's all they need to do. Up to half-time, they like to sustain all that pressure up to half-time.
So just under 10 minutes of this first half left here at Ibrox Stadium. There's still no scoring. But that was certainly a bit more promising from Rangers. Defensively, they've got to settle, they've got to get the passes together, and again, they're showing weaknesses as Anorthosis break forward. Again, it's Gogits. And The referee running over to the Cypriot player. Well, he's claiming that he was nudged off the ball. But it's a free kick to Rangers. Well, certainly McLaren's hand come up there. The referee went racing over, awarded the free kick to Rangers, and now it's Gascoigne. There's certainly a worry for Walter Smith about this team on the break and the possibility of losing a goal tonight, which could cause Rangers a lot of problems in a fortnight's time. Of course, Rangers really do have to go out and chase a lead tonight. They've got to get something in the bank. This is Reid. McCall. Ferguson. Robertson's sprinting down the left again. It's aimed in towards Hateley. And again it goes harmlessly behind for the goal kick. Well, until last year, Anorthosis had still to win a match in European football. In 12 games they had suffered 11 defeats and managed just a 1 draw. So they've certainly come forward a lot.
Yeah, I'm just looking at where the ball was played in the box or from. I mean, I'm talking about getting the ball in the box to big mark rate and hopefully doing a bit of damage, but you got to do it from right areas, not just from anywhere in the park off goal line. Try to get him behind him. Try to do something, try and get balls in forward. They've got a chance ahead for a goal.
This is Ferguson. Across to right. Hateley and Gascoigne are in the middle. It's Hateley who gets the touch. Robertson. Laudrup. Laudrup hitting the cross, but punched away by Panayotou. With Gascoigne in close proximity. In comes McLaren. It's right. Strongly challenged. Across comes Gascoigne. Leon says the referee. Anorthosis is showing that they can put themselves about. It's McCall. Gascoigne. White. Again, it's in the middle. Well, Ferguson come in, but the ball scraped away from his toe. It's Goff's header. Now it's Reid. Goff again. Slack play again. Kiriakov falling through, and Reid does well. But there's still a threat here from Todorov, and that's a marvellous save by Andy Gorham. Well, that all started with slack play by Richard Goff, and Todorov, who put Rangers to the sword a couple of years ago with Levski, got into a great position, and Andy Gorham surely saved Rangers. Well, you see the worth of Gorham to the Ibrox club with saves like that, but really Walter Smith is going to have an awful lot to say to these players at half-time. They've now had several clear-cut chances. Well, the Cypriots, and here they come again. And maybe Rangers will be glad to hear the half-time whistle. Or maybe they can just make the breakthrough. It really has been the first half, which I don't think too many people were expecting. Here comes Ferguson. So just under 5 minutes of the first half left. Still no scoring here at Ibrox Stadium. It's Laudrup. Again, Kiriakov's there defending. What a power of work he's getting through. Rangers lacking in ideas at the moment. They've got to get into these wide areas and get in some quality crosses for Hateley. Laudrup finding himself each time he gets possession with a lot to do. Defenders are queuing up for him. This is McCall. Robertson. Now it's Reid. McCall again. Ferguson. Well, Ferguson picks a good shot, but he can't get an opening to try one. This is McLaren. Now it's right. And Anorthosis get it away. And as far as McLaren. Laudrup. Again hitting the early cross, and that is suiting the Cypriots. They've got to get in behind them. This is McCall, but again it's a disappointing ball. Is turning into a ragged performance now by Rangers. I just wonder if Walter Smith will want to persevere with this lineup in the second half or change things around. Of course there is the goal threat of Ali McCoy's, but again you've got to look at the fact that he's seldom played these past couple of seasons, and you've got to wonder about his sharpness. Charlie Miller's a good inventive player, but lacking in experience. But there's only one place to pick that up, and I see Gordon Dury going out to warm up just below us. So here's Richard Goff now in possession for Rangers. And in fact all of the Rangers subs are going out to warm up in these closing minutes of the first half. Still no scoring here. Led off by McCall. And now it's the Cypriots taking forward through the Shuris. So just 2 minutes of this first half left. And if Rangers could just make the breakthrough, it would be greeted like a European Cup winner. There's tension in the air. This is Gascoigne. Angry away from Kiriakov, but little fair-haired player has certainly dominated in midfield. He's defended brilliantly at the back when called to do so, and he's also sprinted through in support of the strikers. This is a splendid first half. Looking around, trying to create something. This is Ferguson. Robertson's wide. It's played to McCall though. And the crowd are becoming increasingly impatient. Just 60 seconds of this first half left. Plus any stoppage time to be added on, of course. Here comes Laudrup. White is to the outside, and even Laudrup now is giving the ball away. It's a free kick against Goff. Now, what Rangers don't want to do now is lose something at this crucial time. But, the Cypriots will be well pleased with their first half performance. Inevitably, Kiriakov's over the ball. Walter Smith looks like a man with a lot in his mind. Rangers pushing and take possession now. It's Laudrup, but again, just too many defenders. And not enough good linking between the Rangers forwards as we move into injury time. This is Gascoigne. The referee shakes his head as Gascoigne went down and looked in his direction. Anorthosis comfortable in possession again, knocking it about. And again they get themselves a free kick. And there's no doubt about it. These forward players constantly causing the Rangers defenders problems. And Gogit's certainly a big threat. This is Panay. Andreu, who seems none the worse for his injury earlier on. So that's a minute of stoppage time played. And the decision goes to Anorthosis. Well, Jimmy, what do you think, Walter? What are you thinking of at half-time?
Well, you just got to go in and see what the problem's lying. Have a clear head and don't lose your head and have clear thoughts of what you're going to do second half. But there's certainly the frustrating 11 daylight set of supporters and the Rangers players, and to their credit, they've done it well. They broke up all the wee moves the Rangers tried to develop early on the game. They haven't given too much. And to be perfectly honest, the boys must have sitter, and Andy Gorham's kept them in the game. So you got to give the first half the Cypriots, but let's hope at a wee shake of a half-time that they get it right the second half.
So a call caught there, and it's Kyriakov clearing. And again, it's Gogits who just lies in the wide areas, and they pick him out with great ease. This is a Shodis, and he gets the free kick. So Rangers have still some work to do. Deep into stoppage time in this first half. McCall making the challenge on the Shodis. And when you look at Gorham's save from Todorov, the Rangers won't be too unhappy at going in with the scoreline. So Nyatov, who picks a fair wallop with his left foot. There's the player over the ball. And it's a good effort, and again it's Gorham. Well, again, this is a man who has to be watched. That left peg of his, dangerous, and Gorham again keeping Rangers in this match. And really, the half-time whistle is going to come as a relief. 3 minutes of stoppage time in this first half. And again, there's a lot of height in this side. It's Todorov to take it. And it's Reid who picks up the ball as the half-time whistle sounds. There's no doubt about it. The Cypriots had the better of this first half. The half-time score here at Ibrox Stadium is Rangers 0, Anorthosis 0.
So a nail-biting 45 minutes coming up, plus the first half thoughts of two Rangers stars of the recent past, Gary Stevens and Maurice Johnson. That's all in a couple of minutes. The half-time scoreline out at Ibrox is Rangers 0, Anorthosis 0. Gary, it's not going their way, is it?
No, it's not. It's been very frustrating for us, I think, watching in the studio. We can hear the crowd there getting a little bit frustrated. I think it's important that perhaps the crowd can get behind them in the next 45. And as I've just said there, there's 45 minutes left, so they've tried...
Too pessimistic, in other words.
No, that's right. They've tried to be patient. They're working extremely hard, and hopefully they'll perhaps be feeling be feeling tired now, you know, and we'll get a little bit more room there. If we can get Laudrup on the ball even more, you know, he's trying to provide Mark with the ammunition there. Unfortunately, I think he'll be a little bit disappointed with one or two of his crosses hitting the first man. But I think there's the key.
Okay. Mo, I mean, Gascoigne, we said beforehand, he was going to be a key man. He had a great free kick opportunity early on, didn't he? But a great save from the keeper.
Yeah, we know he's renowned for that. He's hit a great free kick and the keeper's made a magnificent save. But for me, I think the way that they're playing at the back, they've got 5 men at the back, and not one of them are breaking. Like, the 3 central defenders aren't breaking forward for me enough. I think obviously Walter maybe look at that for me, maybe bring Ali McCoist on, take one of them off.
Laudrup and Haitley, we thought they'd combine well, Gary, and they did. A good cross from Laudrup. Haitley unlucky here.
Yeah, well, it's meat and drink really, this for Mark. As I say, it was a good cross. Mark got across the defender there and couldn't quite get enough on the ball. A little bit unlucky there.
We mentioned Gogic, the Yugoslav who's become a Cypriot, Mo. By Jove, he looked a good player.
Yeah, he looks as if he's leading the line really well, and he's getting in behind them, as you can see here. Okay, I don't think he'll be too happy with his finish, but for me, he's caused them big problems.
Yeah, he looks a player all right. Laudrup again combining well with Haitley, but I mean, Haitley's got to do better, hasn't he?
There's not an awful lot there around him, as Morris has said. They're playing sort of three centre-halves. And we've seen Stuart McCall dropping off and getting the ball off them. But if we can see maybe the centre-halves coming out with the ball, leaving Stuart a bit farther upfield, and that will leave the opportunity perhaps for one or two players to get around Mark. Gascoigne was there then.
So Big Mark's getting good knockdowns, and normally McCoy's would be there for end product. And what you're seeing is Big Mark's the one who's going, he's flicking him down, but nobody's there at the moment.
And Gascoigne again came close with a header, but he looks the part. He's so involved, but you know, just not getting it on the goal line.
Well, I think what you're seeing, this is a great knockback, but again, there's no one there to follow it up. I think the balls are coming in from too deep. They really need to go to the byline and get it cut back and see who's there then. All right, well, we'll be going back to Ibrox shortly for the second half of Rangers against Anorthosis Famagusta. The Big Match Live continues in just a couple of minutes. Half-time at Ibrox, remember, is Rangers 0, Anorthosis 0. And really, Mo, Andy Gorham has been the saviour in that first half, hasn't he? Some tremendous save. This one from Todorov. Yeah, it's great to see Andy back. He's had a difficult time lately, but the two saves he's made have been outstanding. This is a great save. He's palmed it away out of the shot too. He's palmed it away out of the danger. That's a magnificent save. So he saved them there, Gary, and then in time added on after the first 45 minutes, he did it again from a rifle shot of a free kick. That's right, yeah, deep into injury time. The boys struck it well. There was a lot of bend on the ball. Here we see it now. It must be a good 35 yards out. And again, good palm and saw it safe. But obviously they couldn't afford to lose anything at that particular time of the game. Yeah, so how is it going to change then, Mo? How's it going to go Rangers' way in the second 45? I think they've got to go with a flat back four and bring Coisty on. That's the way I would go. Because obviously you get the boy Stephen Wright and Robertson pushing on, more chance of goals with Big Mark knocking them down and Coisty being there. And you're worried that the crowd's on top of them now? Yeah, the crowd. I don't think the crowd will be done them any good at all. It's taken them, I think, 32 minutes for them to start singing. And for me, letting a European tie, it's always going to be hard, and they should be the 12th man. Yeah, you'd agree with that, would you, Gary? The crowd have a lot to do. Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, they've been reading about this tie for an awful long time now, and I think they thought it perhaps was over before it started. They get impatient. I mean, you know these supporters. Yeah, it can be very difficult. You know, the players know how. The players get frustrated, and the crowd perhaps don't help. They tend to rush passes. But if they can just get behind them, as they perhaps will do now, hopefully, then we'll see a different Rangers. The teams are coming out back at Ibrox. Gary, you made the point. You're hoping that Anorthosis will become a bit fatigued in the second 45. Well, they've worked ever so hard at the back, yeah. Very, very quick on the break, but hopefully they will do, yeah, because you know, obviously I want to see Rangers go through. Yeah. Do you think they're going to win tonight then, Mo? Well, going with my predictions, I don't think so. I predicted them last year. Predicted them tonight. Obviously, if they maybe come out, fancy their chances, maybe Rangers can score. OK. All right, well, let's now go back to Ibrox, where it's 0-0, and rejoin Jenny McNee.
Welcome back to Ibrox, everyone. And Rangers have decided to make a change, sending on Gordon Jury. They've taken off Brian Reid, so they're going to a flat back four, which seems more sensible against this Cypriot team. And Ian Ferguson, McCall and Gascoigne in the middle of the field. Laudrup and Haitley there, and Jury just out of your picture. So Walter Smith has gone for the kind of lineup that may have produced the goods in the first half, or certainly more firepower up front. There's no doubt that Haitley was lacking support in those opening 45 minutes. Well, Anorthosis have won 3 of the last 4 European ties, so they're not lacking in confidence. They beat the Bulgarians of Shumen home and away, and then the beat Atletico Bilbao 2-0 in Cyprus before going down 3-0 away from home. Here's Jury getting an early touch. It's Ferguson to McCall. It's Jury. And it's Kyriakov again doing some good defending. So without Rangers will be well wound up by the manager's half-time salvo. Laudrup playing it through to Robertson. Throw into Rangers. This is Goff. Iwan looking for Haitley, but the flag had gone up just below us. Well, it's amazing to think that the majority of these Cypriot players, certainly the home-based ones, earn something in the region of £15,000 a year, which is hardly a week's wages for Paul Gascoigne. But the likes of Gogic and the Bulgarians, they will earn up to 80,000 tax-free. So there's a real gulf in the Anorthosis pay structure. Rangers with a lot of big reputations and highly paid players out there who have a lot to prove tonight. 0-0 here at Ibrox Stadium. And the return looming in a fortnight's time at the Papadopoulos Stadium, which is a tight, oppressive place, with the supporters right in around the playing area. And after watching that first half, if Rangers could even win 1-0 tonight, I don't think they'll be too disappointed. The important thing is not to lose a goal here. This is Gascoigne. It's better play by him. And it's Stephen Wright. Todorov matches him all the way and concedes the free kick. Belgian referee Eric Claro immediately awards it. So Haitley is poised on the far side of the area. Goff has come up to join him. It's Gascoigne who strikes it, but that's a poor one. In comes Robertson. Rangers failing to take advantage of the set pieces. Two tall players move to the far end of the area, and Gascoigne hits a low one right into the middle. This is Ferguson. Laudrup. It's good play by him. Here comes Robertson. Laudrup follows up. And he's got the throw-in. Cypriot players wasting some time, but the referee added more than 3 minutes stoppage time at the end of the first half, and he'll have plenty at the end of the match if they continue with the time wasting. Of course, it was a famous occasion a few years back when Scotland played in Cyprus. The referee added on the best part, I think it was 8 minutes. It's Haitley climbing for that one. Nice little knockdown there by Gogic. And the referee immediately awards the free kick, and David Robertson, who clearly held issues, is shown the yellow card, and so that puts him under pressure for the rest of the match.
The interesting thing is, although Rangers brought on another striker in Gordon Jury, the Cypriots, the bit of joy they had the first half, they'll be looking and thinking about defender less to compete with. They'll be looking and thinking we can get any more joy this half. I'll have to see how Rangers handle that.
This is Todorov playing the ball through. And Gogic is onside. And it was Richard Goff who got in that header. Now it's Gascoigne. Nice little touch to get away from Kyriakov. That's the first time he's really managed that. Well, it's Gascoigne. Now it's Laudrup. Laudrup trying to find a way through. And the referee refuses to give a free kick. Now it's Gascoigne. Still it's Gascoigne. And it was Panayi who made another tremendous challenge, the little sweeper. getting the ball away. It was Laudrup. Just a moment before that, moving forward, looks up for the free kick, but didn't get it. And then Panay got in an excellent clearance as Gascoigne threatened. So Robertson, who managed the long throw, aims it in towards Haitley. And the referee has stepped in anyway and awarded a free kick after the challenge by Haitley.
Well, he obviously underestimated the throw of Robertson because he was standing in front of Haitley's behind him, yes. I thought he was looking to get away with it.
So the goalkeeper going in there with Haitley, and the referee immediately awarded the free kick. That's Rangers trying to get forward again, but Gascoigne loses out to Kiriakov. McCall digs in hard, but again the Cypriots respond well. They've got good close control. It's well cut out by McLaren. This is Ferguson to Goff. Now it's Wright. Ferguson again. This is Goff. McCall. And the Cypriots getting everyone behind the ball. Here comes Gascoigne now. Kiriakov going with him. And that's a corner kick. So Richard Goff and Alan McLaren move forward in the hope that they can do something here. So Rangers have been disappointing from the set pieces so far. Haitley goes into the near post. Goff's up there as well. Again, there's no real challenge. And it's out for the throw to Anorthosis. Well, the Cypriot club displaced, originally from Famagusta, but having to play out of Larnaca since the island split in 1974. They still retain Famagusta in the title as they hope to go back there Sunday. So 20-odd years now they've been away from home, and their support obviously split all around the country as well. Their average crowds are only around the 4,000 mark. Here's Laudrup now, trying to find an opening. Haitley comes in, but the goalkeeper has it. And the ball almost breaking Rangers' way. And that's certainly what they need. It was Laudrup in possession. With a touch there by Ferguson. Took a deflection off the defender, but the goalkeeper reacted well.
Well, I haven't had a clear-cut opportunity, Rangers, so far this half, but at least they're keeping them at the other end. They started it 10 minutes ago. Haven't really threatened too much, the Cypriots.
So Gascoigne held there. Free kick to Rangers. And in a hurry to get on with things. And Stephen Wright starts a run. It's played shot there to Jury. Gascoigne. Now it's Laudrup. Robertson's running forward in support. Here he is. Getting in the cross, looking for Haitley. But again, the goalkeeper responds. Panayotou takes that one comfortably.
He's actually surprised me now, the keeper. I thought the first half there the ball came over and he flapped it when he punched it when he should have held it, but he's held the last couple, so there's going to have to be perfect balls and into the box for now to get the better of the keeper.
Panayotou is the international keeper. He has 8 caps so far and is fast becoming the #1 choice of the Cypriot team. So 55 minutes gone. Still no scoring here at Ibrox Stadium. Rangers with it all to do. And the Cypriots using the ball well. is for Stephen Wright. This is Ferguson. Robertson plays it through to Laudrup. Nice turn by him, but again, defenders queuing up for him. This is Gascoigne. Robertson. And looking for Haitley. Haitley claiming there was a nudge on him, but certainly from here there didn't seem to be an awful lot in it. And the big striker, no doubt, becoming frustrated.
I'd love to see Gascoigne
packed tonight.
Sorry, Jack. I'd love to see Gascoigne getting on the ball a wee bit more and going and on that. And there was a wee threat there 2 or 3 minutes to go. You need to get a free kick outside the box because you get Stuart McCauley and Ferguson will go and fill in for him. It only takes one to fill in, but I certainly like to see him on the ball a bit more.
This is Jury challenging. That's a free kick. Jury did well. Being chased all the way by Andreu. He was a player you remember was stretchered off in the first half and going in late there. So the free kick to be taken by Gascoigne. Well, the referee has taken a tumble just outside the penalty area and of course gets the usual sympathy. So the goalkeeper commits himself, gets the touch. Rangers failing to capitalise, putting no pressure on the goalkeeper or the defence, and that's a stumble by Wright, and it's Toileroff coming through. And they're pouring players forward. It's Ashidas. And the shot going in from Gogits. Well, Toileroff pounced there as the ball went in behind Wright, and Gogits it was who got in the final shot. 3 players sprinting forward. And another real let-off for Rangers.
Well, they certainly made a mess of that, so they had another glorious opportunity. The big fella wasn't the going, just getting in the box on his left foot. But another let-off.
Well, Gogits has scored 50 goals in the last couple of seasons. Coming so close there. Another warning for Rangers. And they really will do well to get through the 90 minutes tonight without losing a goal. The Cypriots have had several clear-cut opportunities. This is Laudrup. Nice little touch to Wright. Yeah, looking for Haitley. Gascoigne was in there, but couldn't get a touch on the ball. But Rangers need more of this to get the ball in for Haitley's knockdowns, and he needs players running in support to put it away. Haitley, Gascoigne, rushing that one. Kiriakov gets the touch. So Shudi's playing it back. Panay, Shudi's again. Kiriakov. It's Gascoigne for Rangers. Took off. Ferguson. Robertson starts to run down the left. White is on the other side, but again, it's not a good pass. Giving Laudrup enough work to do. Again, the Cypriots breaking comfortably. This is Toileroff. Going on to the return from Gogits. But now it's golf for Rangers. McCall switching the play to Robertson. So that's an hour gone. Still no scoring here at Ibrox. Rangers having a tougher night than perhaps they expected. This is Laudrup. Wright goes on the outside. It's Stephen Wright with a bit of space here. Jury's in at the near post. But again, it ends in disappointment, and it's a goal kick.
It was disappointing. I mean, it's a lovely weighted pass from Laudrup. The defender lost Stephen Wright. If he just stands it up in the air and gives Big Haitley a chance, that's all you're asking for tonight.
So a great cheer goes up as Charlie Miller starts to warm up. The 19-year-old player who was such a hit in the domestic scene last season, and perhaps ready to make his European debut. He's certainly a player who can create openings. I've said often in the past that McCall and Ferguson are too similar. They failed to create anything so far tonight. This is Jury, Gascoigne, it's Ferguson! Well, Ian Ferguson, with that powerful shooting of his, and hopes rising, but it was wide of target, and that's certainly a strength of his game. But he just fielded himself, and McCall, too much of a sameness in the midfield area. And perhaps now Charlie Miller will come into things. Here come Rangers again. Robertson. And again, this team have done their homework, because they've managed to stem the runs of Robertson and Wright, both very pacey players, and they haven't been able to get in behind the defence. This is McLaren looking for Haitley. Again, the goalkeeper commits himself and goes in bravely. Questions there might have been about the goalkeeper, he's certainly answered in the early stages of this second half. Here come Rangers again, it's Laudrup. Jury's just ahead of him. Gascoigne's calling for it. Gascoigne trying to find an opening, it's McCall flipping it forward. Well, so close. Gascoigne twisting and turning, getting the ball through to McCall. A switch of feet by him. He saw the keeper off his line, and he wasn't far away.
Very close. You got to give the defender a bit of credit to the smothered Paul Gascoigne. Couldn't get a shot off, but Stuart McCall very unlucky there. But a wee bit better and a better atmosphere in the place.
Robertson attacking the ball. Ball's in behind Castanis. Gets it away. Well, the Rangers support giving plenty of encouragement. And the Cypriots with just a couple of hundred supporters here tonight. This is Ferguson. Now it's Stephen Wright. Again it breaks down. McLaren goes in, commits himself, and he's held off there by Gogitz. Rangers in a hurry to get on with things. It's Laudrup. Manages to bust his way through. Still it's Laudrup in the left foot. And a great save by the goalkeeper. Well, there seemed to be absolutely no way through for Laudrup. Defender after defender coming in. He stumbled through. Another little burst of pace there, change of direction, and the goalkeeper made the save. In comes Haitley now. Well, both McCall and Laudrup coming close in the last few moments, but again, Rangers have got to watch this team on the break. Shuris coming forward, showing good close control, but he hammers that one off Robertson, much to Rangers' relief. Now it's Gascoigne. Certainly a better second half by Rangers, but still much to do here. Still no scoring. With 64 minutes showing on the stadium clock. And this is Haitley. Forward comes David Robertson in support. Now it's McCall. Gascoigne. Haitley. Again, Anorthosis standing firm. Now it's McLaren looking for Jury. So it's Jury. Moving it now to right. McCall's on the far side. But that was a good cover from Ashuris, the midfield player, getting back. It's Ashuris again. keep possession. Challenge going in from Ferguson. Rangers have it again. McCall laying it off to Ferguson. Now it's Gascoigne. Well, he gave Stephen Wright a bit to do there. It's Gascoigne again. Jury. Good first time touch to Stephen Wright. Playing it into the feet of Jury, lays it off to McCall. Oh, that one, I think, clipping off the top of the crossbar. Well, it broke kind of awkwardly for McCall. He still managed to get in the shot. It was played into his feet. He took a touch on it, and the ball just touching the top of the crossbar. Well, Rangers now about to make the change as we watch another replay of that one, simply clipping the crossbar. Well, Ian Ferguson is going off. And Charlie Miller comes on to huge applause. He's just 19 years of age. He's birthday there in the month of March. And signed just 3 years ago from the Rangers Boys Club. He actually made his debut for Rangers in between the Levski games a couple of years ago. So let's hope that's not some kind of an omen. And again, Anorthosis looking forward, but Rangers regain possession. He certainly is a creative player, is Charlie Miller, and here he gets a touch. Stephen Wright taps away on the far side. That's a well-weighted pass to the full-back. So we're midway through the second half, still no scoring. That was an excellent pass from Charlie Miller, and the defender did well to block Stephen Wright. That's Goff. Cross to Robertson.
He is a very creative player, Charlie Miller, but I think at this minute in time, you get Paul Gascoigne to do it. I'm hoping that the rest of the game, Charlie's going to find himself getting in the box more from midfield. We certainly need a few more bodies in there.
Yeah, it's Charlie Miller. Now you just wonder about Paul Gascoigne in terms of stamina, the number of games he's played in recent seasons, and he certainly got that ball through. A Jury! Yes! Gordon Jury scores for Rangers! 68 minutes gone, and Gordon Jury makes the breakthrough. Well, just when it seemed it wouldn't come, almost out of nothing. Gordon Jury, the substitute. Slams the ball beyond the goalkeeper. Well, it was good play by Stuart McCall. Jury took a touch on it and drilled the ball under the goalkeeper. It's Rangers 1, Anorthosis 0, and that could make such a difference. Well, Gordon Jury, a man who's travelled about in spells down south with Chelsea and Spurs, brought back to Rangers for £1.5 million. Well, that goal could be worth £5 million to Rangers if they qualify for the initial stages of the Champions League. Gordon Jury after 68 minutes.
Well, that's what that means, is that they can settle down now and capitalise that, get the crowd on their side now for the remainder of the game, but just certainly keep the wits about them at the back, concentrate the back, and do nothing daft. But certainly it's a major relief for Rangers to get that goal. Stuart McCall done great there.
Stuart McCall digging in on the right side of the penalty area, getting the ball to Jury, and he made that.
And just as the referee turned, Scotland did that.
Well, now Rangers will have to keep things calm here. Teams are vulnerable very often just after they score a goal. They'll want to batten things down here.
I think for the last 20 minutes, if Gascoigne just sits there, if he just sits there and starts feeding midfield lads getting forward and big hitting and loud up, it could play dividends depending on his fitness. But just sitting in that centre circle and pulling the strings, that's all you need now. But definitely got to keep the pressure on there.
Well, this is Charlie Miller. Laudrup calls for it. Miller again, Laudrup. Kiriakov steps in up. There's Gogic's playing it through. Picked up by Ashodis. And that ball goes to Anorthosis. So Richard Goff will have to keep things absolutely tight at the back with Alan McLaren. It's important Rangers don't concede a goal. Again, the ball goes to the Cypriots, just in the line with the Rangers penalty area. Well, long gone are the days when Cypriot opposition come along to our grounds to be whacked 5-0. And when you look what happened at Motherwell last night as well, and the warning signs are posted everywhere. And a good number of teams winning away from home last night in the UEFA Cup. But 1-0 at home is not a bad result these days. The important thing is not to lose one. The Rangers certainly will have a big fight on their hands in a fortnight down the road. They've still got work to do here tonight. That's Jury digging in defensively now. This is Charlie Miller. Laudrup starts running through the middle. Well, Miller wanted just too much time in the ball. Kiriakov takes it away from him. Well, McCall turned away from that one to come off his ankle. So a break there for Rangers. Now it's Gascoigne. McCall. Gascoigne again.
Well, you got to keep momentum going now.
This is a call to Robertson. Goff calls for it. McCall again. Through for Jury. Gately solidly challenged, and he's just getting off the deck now. Cypriots breaking forward. Todorow's through the middle, but cross comes Goff. And Gogic is unhappy about the challenge on him. Todorov was running through the middle in support, but now it's Rangers through Gascoigne. This is Miller, White's in a bit of space. Gately goes towards the near post, dragging defenders with him. Jury gets in the header. There's no one really up in support.
Then again, I'd love to see somebody arriving just from the middle of the park or somebody right in the back there. I think there are good chances going to waste, actually, you know, but sometimes you get a lot of possession of the ball, and sometimes it's just as time to have a lot of possession, but they've got to keep going and try and capitalise on what they achieved there a few months ago.
Well, when you think, Jimmy, what Andy Gorham had to do in the first half, things look
yes, you're right, you're dead right. But I'm sure Walter'd like to see a second one going.
Here's Todorov, the man who knocked Rangers out of Europe a couple of years ago when he played with Levski. And Anorthosis is still carrying a threat. This is Ashodis. Goff gets it away, not convincingly up. It's Kiriakov playing it through. Here he is again, at the thick of everything. This is Panayi, who'd such an outstanding first half, the sweeper. Some very good interceptions. But now it's Rangers through Stephen Wright. Gately's header, but again, there's no one there in support. That's a nice little touch by Andreu. Andreu again, Todorov. So 75 minutes played, Rangers are leading Anorthosis by 1-0. There's a bit of activity below us on the Cypriot bench, and it looks like Christoforou is coming on. Now he's a right-sided player, midfield player. It's Rangers trying to push forward. The ball breaks away to Gascoigne. This is Miller. Gately, well, he tried to lay it off, it broke for him again, he took his eye off the ball, and handball, so Rangers have a free kick. Well, a break of the ball there for Mark Gately, and Rangers have got themselves a free kick. Well, can they keep the momentum going here? If they can conjure something out of this, it could make all of the difference. The substitute still waiting to come on. The referee hasn't yet spotted the intention. Well, Gascoigne forced the goalkeeper into a save in the first half. The referee having a bit of trouble there with the defensive wall. So Gascoigne could be a real hero here. That day sends it high and wide of target. A bit disappointed with that. So the officers can make the substitution now. So Ignatov, the number 11, is the man coming off. And Christoforus is coming on. Ignatov, limping slightly, leaves the field. Well, Christoforou has the nickname of Rissos because apparently Christoforou is quite a common name in Cyprus. This is right, and the offside flag goes up. The ball, in fact, the ball had gone out of play. Wheatley and Laudrup were pushing forward, but in fact, as the ball was struck forward, it had drifted out of play. There seems to be some confusion here. The Cypriots want to take a free kick, thinking there's an offside, but it's been pointed out to them that the ball had drifted out of play.
This is at the last 10-12 minutes, and you'll find all the wee professional things coming into the game. The wee stoppages now. Oh, he's punished him for it, good.
So the referee having no nonsense. Rangers have certainly been disappointing tonight from their set pieces. This is Jure, the man who made the breakthrough. After 68 minutes. So Rangers continue to lead by 1-0. 7 to 8 minutes showing on the stadium clock. McCall digging in hard, that's good play by him. It's Laudrup coming through. And again, there's no one following up. The ball right across the penalty area. And Gordon Jury goes down, and the yellow card is shown there to the substitute. So Christoforou only on the field a moment or two, and he's shown the yellow card. Rangers have the free kick. Again, McCall doing ever so well out on the left-hand side, getting the ball through to Laudrup. But again, Rangers need players coming in support to the penalty area to capitalise on these crosses. So it's Gascoigne over the ball. Wheatley coming in for that one. And Jury taking a wild swing at it. And the ball going wide of target. Gordon Jury taking a bit of a knock, and that challenge was made on him, and struggling just a little bit, but he should be okay.
Well, that was one of the best balls put in the box all night. I think if I see it again, I think Wheatley would be disappointed with it. I don't know why he thought he wasn't going to get his head there, but I don't know, I thought that was a wee chance.
So just over 10 minutes left, plus stoppage time. Rangers leading by 1-0. This is White. McCall shouts for it. It's a switch of play. Across to Robertson. Good skills by Laudrup. Showing great pace. Again, they're queuing up, looking for him. Wheatley comes in to attack this one with Jury, but again, good handling by the goalkeeper. Certainly, there's no weakness there. When Rangers watched this team pre-season, they were impressed by them middle to front. They thought there might be some deficiencies defensively, and they didn't really see the goalkeeper put under a lot of pressure in those pre-season games, but he certainly handled the high balls well. So Anorthosis have the free kick. Aaron deals with that one. It falls to Goff. So again, there's activity on the Cypriot bench below us as Rangers start to push forward. This is Charlie Miller. Good through for Gascoigne. Kiriakov snapping away at his heels. This is Todorov. Here he is again. Kiriakov wide on the right. And the Cypriots pushing out, pushing players forward. Holding off the challenges. Stanis. Kiriakov sending it through to Shuris. Gogits trying to get away from McLaren, who concedes a free kick in a very dangerous situation just outside the penalty area. Well, McLaren with his arm right round the striker's jersey, and absolutely no doubt about that one.
No call for it. That's what happens when we get frustrated. The team knocks about 6 or 7 or 8 passes, and your urgency to get the ball back. It just was a dangerous position here.
Well, they're waiting to make a substitution, the Cypriots, and the referee is going to allow it to happen. So Punas is the player leaving the field, and Milan Arkitis is the player coming on. So that caption not quite correct. I think there's a mix-up in some of these names in the team sheet tonight, but that was certainly Punas going off. And Milan Arkitis coming on, the number 13. Who's a midfield player, one of the international players in the squad. So Rangers still facing pressure here. If they lose a goal here, it's more than a setback. Gorham keeping a close watch on things. The keeper commits himself, punches it clear. The chance is still on, and that was a good challenge by Richard Goff, coming right out there as Shodis picked up that clearance from the goalkeeper. And Shodis is a player who seldom misses a target, so that was a good challenge there by Goff.
Great example shown there by Richard Goff. That's when anything can happen. A 25-yarder, and that's how easy it happens. Great block.
So this is Hitley. And again the cross, but straight to the goalkeeper, and more frustration for the Rangers fans. So just about 6 minutes left for stoppage time. Rangers lead by 1-0. Gordon Jury after 6 to 8 minutes. Set up by Stuart McCall. So Kiriakov again, battling hard. Has had a marvellous match. And that's a free kick to Rangers. Well, they're stealing a few yards here and getting away with it. This is Jury. Switching the ball out to Stephen Wright. Laudrup's with him, but he elects to try and find ahead of Hitley, who gets the touch. So again, there's no one there. Wright tries to force it forward. Jury gets a touch. In comes Hitley. But the offside flag has gone up just below us. So Rangers would dearly like a second to take the heat off them in more ways than one. The temperature in Cyprus in a couple of weeks' time will be around 80 degrees, a hostile crowd, and they know what they faced in Athens this time last year. But again, the important thing is for Andy Gorham to have a shutout. Richie Knox looks on there with David Odds. And these will be nerve-wracking final moments for Rangers and their supporters. Every time the Cypriots move forward. Those nerves will no doubt show. This is Todorov. Kitis, the substitute, goes into that challenge, but the referee awards a free kick against him. This is McCall now for Rangers. It's played now to Charlie Miller. It's White. Playing it to Gascoigne. Right, plays it through again, but it's a disappointing ball. So just 3 minutes left plus stoppage time, and it's Todorov turning nicely. And he's got players wide. He's also got Gogits going through the middle, but McLaren's there to mop up. Takes a return from his goalkeeper. And this is Miller. Played through by McCall, Gascoigne, Charlie Miller again. McCall, playing it through for Laudrup. Here's a real chance, it's Laudrup twisting and turning. And the ball high over the bar. Laudrup cannot believe it. Well, there was an opening, he wanted just another little bit of space. He stepped inside and under the ball. A golden opportunity. Rangers have the corner kick. It's Gascoigne to take it. McLaren's move forward. Goff's up there as well. It breaks out to Stuart McCall. Cross to Gascoigne. Nice little touch by him. Cross to the hands of the goalkeeper. So just a couple of minutes left. Jimmy, your overall thoughts?
Well, and certainly you would like to see the second one going in, but like you say, after the first half, Andy Gorham, the chance the fella missed, Andy Gorham pulling up a couple of saves. They'll be well happy with they haven't conceded the goal tonight, but what Rangers will do, they'll go over there and what's good for the goose, good for the gander. Rangers just to frustrate them as much as they've been frustrated tonight, and they've got to score 2 goals to get through. And as long as they do nothing after the last couple of minutes, such as the demands, you always think you're going to win 3 or 4 or 5. I know that people are a bit disappointed tonight, but they won't.
And in comes across, it's Laudrup, can he make up for that miss? And again the goalkeeper claws it away with just a minute left. The pressure's still on, it's Dury, but Anorthosis get it away. Well, look there as though Laudrup could make up for that earlier miss. Well, Archie Knox is making challenges down there in the trackside now. But again, the goalkeeper standing up to things, and he's certainly been there tonight when it's counted. But Rangers leading by a 1-0. We're well inside the final minute, plus there'll be some stoppage time. It's Laudrup again. The cross takes a deflection. Haitley gets a touch, it's McCall! And it's a corner kick. Well, Rangers at last turning the screw, but the goalkeeper now is flat on the ground. And this will be another hold-up. Well, certainly McCall plugged into this one. And the goalkeeper was really struggling, but he now is demanding some treatment. The referee is telling him to get on with it. Well, tonight is Rangers' 164th tie in European football, and it's turned out to be one of the toughest. The goalkeeper's back on his feet. Rangers can take the corner. Gascoigne takes it. Charlie Miller's in there battling for it. It's out now to Laudrup. He gets in the cross. Haitley's there. Well, it's a real grandstand finish by Rangers. Again, it was Laudrup providing the cross. Haitley come in, and the ball went wide of target.
crazy game this is. Rangers could have been 3 up now at the end of the game. Louds up on a couple of occasions. I thought he was going to hit it first time, as he probably should have done the first one. The second one I thought he was going to volley, and there's a great chance there for Mark Haley as well. The ground's very firm here underneath. You hit it down, you're always going to take a chance, goes over the top. It could have been 3 up after all this.
So we're into stoppage time. And the referee spots use of an arm there by one of the Cypriot players. So it's a free kick to Rangers, and they got him there, as you can see, in a hurry to get on with things. Well, if Rangers could get another one here, they've been an extremely happy side. It's been a tough old night for them. Barron sends it through looking for Haitley, but again the ball goes straight through to the goalkeeper. That's a minute and a half of stoppage time played. Walter Smith and Archie Knox will have mixed feelings about tonight. You know, in the first half, the team could certainly have been a couple of goals down, and then they got the all-important breakthrough in the second half. They lead by a goal to 0. 2 minutes of stoppage time have gone now. And the Rangers have the throw-in. If we remember what Scotland did out in Cyprus a few years ago, it was Richard Gough who came to the rescue. Here's Gascoigne now. And again they scramble it clear only as far as McCall. Through now for the pace of Robertson. Still Robertson has it. And again the Cypriots scramble it clear. The referee has another check of the watch. Again the referee checks. And it's all over. The referee blows the final whistle. Well, Rangers fortunate in that first half, but Gordon Durie making the breakthrough after 68 minutes. Rejoin us after this break.
All night. Here we see them actually having 3 against 2 for a second there, and unfortunately enough that one went the right side of the post for Rangers.
Didn't miss by much, did it?
No, I didn't know.
Mo, again, Laudrup, he came to life as we hoped in the second half. A great running shot from him.
Yeah, I think Walter had let him roam about the front line. Here he is here. He does this great. He weaves and bobs, and all of a sudden he just gets a left peg on that one, and it's a great save from the goalkeeper.
But he did have a second half. He changed, obviously. He got more and more involved.
He likes to float from right to left, and when he's on the ball, it's very, very difficult to get off it.
McCall had some game too, didn't he, Gary?
He worked really hard, yeah. I mean, he did ever so well for the goal, which we'll see later on, but he doesn't really know when to give in, and there you see him hitting the bar there.
Yeah,
very unlucky just before that as well.
He's got a great engine in him. He goes for 90 minutes, and I think he stamped his authority on the second half.
So that was a really good spell for Rangers, and then the goal, which we wanted desperately, and Durie got it.
Yeah, as we can see here. Good little ball here, and as we're saying, Stewart there, I mean, a lot of people would have given that up, but Jukebox got the break, and as Morris said, that's a great goal between the keeper's legs, you know.
Yeah, you don't stop when, obviously, the keeper's trying to adjust, but you can't do nothing. It's straight at him, it's right through his legs.
Yeah, Jukebox
a great strike.
Jukebox has probably picked that out, I would think.
You scored a few like that, Mo.
A couple of years ago.
The question is this, can they do it? Can they go through to the Champions League?
It's going to be an awfully interesting second leg. We've seen how well they can break today, but I would think we can frustrate them, I suppose, as they have today. They've frustrated us. They'll have to come out and win the tie. I can see Rangers scoring, but
they've got a lot of work to do.
Well. They've got to defend very well.
Be careful over there. They've had 3 or 4 really good chances tonight, and obviously it's going to be very difficult over in Cyprus, the return leg.
Yes, indeed. That was it. 1-0 to Rangers on the night. Well, that's it for tonight. A 1-goal win, as I say, for Rangers, but they still have a lot to do to join Blackburn Rovers in the lucrative Champions League. Thanks to our guests, Gary Stevens and Maurice Johnson. From all of us here in Glasgow, Rangers 1, Anorthosis 0. It's bye for now.